Across the world, people have built hanging structures in places where the ground disappears below. But these crossings are more than bridges, as they test human courage and engineering. From deep valleys to towering cliffs, each structure challenges the limits of survival. Yet every step brings uncertainty, because nature always remains unpredictable. So why do people still dare to cross the world's most dangerous hanging structures? Caminito del Rey, Malaga, Spain. There are roads that couldn't have been created to take you somewhere, but try to see if you can afford the next step, and Caminito del Rey is one of them. Plotted on the sheer cliffs of El Chorro Gorge, this path was once considered one of the most dangerous in the world. The path encloses the cliff face, where a horizontal rock formation lies alongside a gap hundreds of meters below. After renovation, Caminito del Rey became a popular exploration spot, but the dizzying feeling of looking down into the abyss still makes many visitors pause before taking another step. What makes this place special is not only the captivating scenery of the Spanish gorges, but also the confrontation between fear and the desire to conquer. Crossing the suspension bridges and elevated paths, you not only discover a structure in nature, but also explore your own limits. Trolltunga Cliff, Norway. After hours traversing Norway's frigid mountain roads, the reward awaits one of the most spectacular viewpoints on Earth, Trolltunga. Prime above Lake Ringadalsvatnet, this rock formation juts out from the cliff like a giant tongue pointing straight into the vast expanse. But to reach it, visitors must overcome a long journey through rugged terrain. Changing weather and challenging stretches of trail. The moment one stands on Trolltunga is when one feels most acutely small, with endless mountain ranges ahead and a bottomless abyss below. Without any railings around the rock, each step becomes a dialogue between excitement and instinctive fear. many explorers, Trolltunga is not just a popular photo spot, but a place that marks the moment when humans dare to step outside their comfort zone. Hanging Temple, Suankong Temple, Shanxi, China. Perhaps you didn't know that Hanging Temple is a place that makes any explorer wonder, how could humans have built a temple in such a nearly inaccessible location? Built over 1,000 years ago, the structure is perched precariously in mid-air, clinging to the cliff face instead of standing on flat ground like typical architecture. Narrow wooden corridors, interconnected rooms, and a system of supporting columns create a structure that is both fragile in appearance and astonishing in engineering. What makes Hanging Temple special is how the ancient craftsmen utilized the natural terrain, transforming the cliff face into an integral part of the temple. Over the centuries, it has survived the wind, rain, and harsh conditions of the high mountains, becoming one of China's most unique religious structures. Standing before Hanging Temple, what is impressive is not only its height, but also the story of the people who once saw a cliff and thought it could become a place for humanity to set foot. Tianmen Mountain Cliff Walkway, Hunan, China. If there's one place that truly makes you feel the distance between yourself and the ground, it's the glass walkways on the cliffs of Tianmen Mountain. Located atop Tianmen Mountain in Hunan, these walkways are built along the sheer cliff face, offering visitors a breathtaking view of the valley below. Some sections utilize transparent glass, creating the sensation of walking in midair with no support below. But behind that eerie feeling lies a spectacular landscape, with towering limestone mountains, sea of clouds, and deep gorges surrounding you. Each step on the elevated walkway challenges your natural reflexes in the face of height and vastness. Tianmen is not just a viewpoint, it's a place where people test their emotions amidst one of China's most impressive mountain landscapes. Kakum Canopy Walkway, Ghana. Stepping into the Kakum rainforest, you'll not only discover a nature reserve, but also see the world from the perspective of creatures living in the highest canopy. Located within Ghana's Kakum National Park, this suspension bridge system takes visitors to the upper reaches of the forest, where giant ancient trees form a vast green canopy. The bridges, made of rope and wood, connect the tree trunks, allowing people to move through the air without disturbing the natural environment below. As you walk along the narrow paths between the canopy, each gentle movement of the bridge creates a sense of adventure, as if exploring a world once reserved for birds and wildlife. From this height, visitors can observe the rainforest ecosystem in a completely different way, where the sounds, colors, and movements of nature surround them in every direction. Kakum is not impressive because of its terrifying abyss, but because of the rare feeling of stepping into a part of the forest that is normally only visible from the ground. Mystico Hanging Bridges, Costa Rica. There are forests where true beauty lies not on the ground, but hidden above the giant canopy, where humans must descend to explore. Located near Costa Rica's Arenal volcano, Mystico Hanging Bridges transports visitors through one of Central America's most vibrant rainforest ecosystems. The system of suspension bridges connects the forests, allowing explorers to observe nature from a perspective previously only experienced by birds. From above, visitors can see the sprawling green forest layers, streams hidden beneath the canopy, and the ecosystem unfolding around them. What makes Mystico special isn't the extreme danger, but the moment when humans become a small part of a larger natural world. Crossing these bridges through the Costa Rican forest, you're not just traversing a suspended structure, but embarking on an exploration where nature remains in control. Vizcaya Hanging Bridge, Puente Colgante, Spain. Not all bridges are built for people to walk across, and the Vizcaya Bridge is one of the rare structures where a vehicle is suspended in mid-air. Located on the Nervión River, near Bilbao, Spain, this bridge was built in the late 19th century to connect two rapidly developing riverside areas. Instead of allowing ships to pass underneath, the engineers created a unique suspended transport system, carrying people and vehicles on a suspended platform. The steel design with its giant cables has become a symbol of the industrial engineering of the time. For over a century, the Vizcaya Bridge has continued to operate, demonstrating the resilience of a structure created from thinking beyond limits. Standing beneath this colossal steel structure, you see not just a bridge, but also the imprint of a time when people began to turn bold ideas into reality. Charles Keunen Suspension Bridge, Switzerland. In the heart of the Swiss Alps, there's a bridge that makes even the most adventurous think twice before stepping onto it. The Charles Keunen Suspension Bridge stretches between high mountain slopes, creating a walking journey where deep valleys lie below and snow-capped peaks stretch ahead. At over half a kilometer long, it was once one of the longest pedestrian suspension bridges in the world. The modern cable structure allows the bridge to withstand the harsh conditions of the high mountains. But the feeling of precariousness while standing in mid-air remains the greatest challenge. Each step on the narrow bridge is a combination of excitement and instinctive caution, as one realizes the immense distance between oneself and the ground. The Charles Quonen is not just a mountain trail, but a place that transforms a simple journey into an experience of directly confronting heights and one's own limits. Trift Bridge, Switzerland. There are places that only appear when people dare to venture further from the familiar routes, and Trift Bridge is one such destination in the Swiss Highlands. Located near the Trift Glacier, this suspension bridge spans a deep valley where the surrounding landscape is shaped by ice and majestic mountains. To reach it, visitors must navigate challenging mountain paths, where weather and terrain always add to the journey. From the bridge, the view unfolds with cliffs, melting ice, and traces of a land changing over time. Trift Bridge not only challenges the explorer's legs, but also places them before the vastness of the Alps. Amidst this cold and wild landscape, The bridge becomes a connection between people and one of the most impressive high-altitude environments in Europe. Capilano Suspension Bridge, Canada. Upon stepping onto the Capilano Suspension Bridge, many visitors realize that the greatest challenge isn't the height, but the sensation of the bridge moving beneath their feet. Located amidst the lush forests of British Columbia, Canada, this suspension bridge has become one of North America's most popular natural attractions. Built in the 19th century, Capilano began as a simple crossing of a river before becoming a tourism icon of the Vancouver area. The long bridge spans a forested valley where giant ancient trees surround it, creating a space almost completely isolated from the city. As the wind blows and the bridge gently sways, visitors have the opportunity to better appreciate the fragility of humanity amidst a vast forest. Capilano is more than just a suspension bridge. It's a journey that takes people off the ground to see nature from a completely different perspective. Carrick-a-Reed Rope Bridge, Northern Ireland. Before becoming a popular destination on the Northern Ireland tourist map, Carrick-a-Rede was once the only way for fishermen to access these challenging waters. Located on the rugged Antrim coast, the suspension bridge connects the mainland to Carrick-a-Rede Island, hanging between cliffs overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Hundreds of years ago, local fishermen used the bridge to reach the salmon fishing grounds, despite strong winds and the dangerous distance between the shores. Today, the bridge's structure has been reinforced, but the feeling of crossing a narrow passage between sea and sky still makes many visitors hesitate before taking their first step. Below, the waves crash against the rocks. Ahead lies the vast open space, creating an experience where fear and curiosity coexist. Standing on this small bridge, you can feel the story of the people who once gambled their safety on a fragile passage in the middle of the ocean. Kokonoe-Yume Suspension Bridge, Japan. Nestled amidst the lush green forests of Japan, Kokonoe-Yume offers a breathtaking view, making visitors feel as if they are walking in midair. This suspension bridge is located in the mountains of Oita Prefecture, spanning a deep valley with waterfalls and sprawling forests below. With its considerable length and unique location, the bridge creates a sense of being suspended in midair, where each step leads to a panoramic view. Looking down from the bridge's height, many feel a profound sense of insignificance in the face of the vast mountain landscape. In autumn, the colors of the surrounding forests transform this into one of Japan's most impressive scenic spots. Perhaps what makes Kokono-Yume memorable isn't how long the bridge is, but the moment you pause in the middle of the bridge and realize just how expansive nature is. Queswachaka Inca Rope Bridge, Peru. Nestled deep within Peru's Andes, Queswachaka is a unique bridge, not built of steel or concrete. But by the hands of a community preserving ancient traditions. The bridge dates back to the Inca era. When people used ichu grass to create pathways across treacherous canyons. Remarkably, the bridge building technique has been maintained through generations, with each bundle of grass harvested, braided, and connected by hand. Each year, families in the community participate in the bridge's reconstruction, transforming the process into an important cultural ritual. Here, the bridge serves not only as a means of transportation, but also preserves the memories, knowledge, and bonds of the people of the Andes. Each strand of grass woven into the bridge carries the memory of a community, making a journey through the Andes a touch upon the past. Ruyi Bridge Glass Platform, China. Sometimes the scariest thing isn't the height, but the moment you see the vast expanse of space right beneath your feet. located on Shenxianju Mountain in China. The Ruyi Bridge impresses with its unique curved design, inspired by the shape of the traditional scepter. The transparent glass floor allows visitors to look straight down into the deep valley below, creating the feeling of walking in midair. Although built with modern, high-strength glass, the biggest challenge still comes from the psychology of the person experiencing it. Each step on the bridge is a struggle between the desire to explore and the natural reflexes when faced with the vast emptiness. Leaving the transparent glass of the Ruyi Bridge, what many remember most is probably not the view below, but the moment they overcame their own hesitation. Langkawi Sky Bridge, Malaysia. From the summit of Langkawi, a curved bridge suspended in the sky offers a rare view of the lush rainforests and the azure sea stretching into the distance. Located on Gunung Mat Singkang Mountain, the Langkawi Sky Bridge is designed to hang suspended in the air rather than anchored to a fixed ground. The bridge's unique curved shape creates a panoramic view, allowing visitors to observe the small islands and the Andaman Sea from an impressive height. While not as precarious as bridges spanning deep ravines, standing in midair still provides an exhilarating experience. This structure demonstrates how modern engineering can blend seamlessly with the natural landscape while preserving the island's pristine beauty. As clouds drift by below and the sea stretches to the horizon, the Langkawi Sky Bridge leaves you feeling as if you've stepped off the ground for a brief moment. Grand Canyon Skywalk, Arizona, USA. There are places that make people feel small, not because of the height, but because of the immense scale of the surrounding nature. And the Grand Canyon Skywalk is one such place. Located on the Grand Canyon West, this horseshoe-shaped glass bridge takes visitors out from the cliff face and down into one of the world's most famous canyons. The transparent glass design creates the sensation of having no ground below, with hundreds of meters of open space stretching out beneath their feet. But behind that exhilarating experience lies a complex engineering feat designed to withstand the immense loads and harsh conditions of the Arizona desert. From the bridge, the layers of ancient rock, stacked over millions of years, unfold before your eyes like a giant geological book. The moment you step out from the cliff and look down into the abyss, many realize that the most astonishing thing is not just the bridge, but the vastness of the world below. Glacier Skywalk, Alberta, Canada. In the Rocky Mountains, where ancient glaciers still bear their mark, the Glacier Skywalk brings visitors closer to one of Canada's harshest environments. Located within Jasper National Park, this glass walkway offers panoramic views of the Sinwapta Valley, where mountains, pine forests, and snow create a vast landscape. The unique aspect of the Glacier Skywalk lies in its location, where visitors stand on a glass balcony jutting out from the mountainside amidst pristine nature. From here, the traces of glaciers, the rivers below, and the ancient geological formations are more clearly visible than ever before. This journey doesn't focus on extreme danger, but rather on bringing people closer to the grandeur and fragility of the high-altitude environment. Amidst the frigid landscape of the Rocky Mountains, the Glacier Skywalk serves as a silent stop, allowing people to contemplate how the Earth was formed over millions of years. Orca, 516, Suspension Bridge, Portugal. Stepping onto Orca 516, you'll quickly understand why a bridge can be a mental challenge rather than just a walkway. Located in the Aruca Mountains of Portugal, this suspension bridge spans the Paiva River, connecting two mountain slopes in a deep valley. At over 500 meters long, it was once one of the longest pedestrian suspension bridges in the world, creating a long journey across a vast expanse. Below are the river and cliffs, while ahead lies a narrow path, making each step slow and focused. For many visitors, the challenge isn't in crossing the bridge, but in overcoming the hesitation of realizing they're suspended in the air. Upon reaching the other side, what remains is not just the joy of completing the journey, but the memory of the moment you stood in a vast valley with nothing but the sky all around. Marienbrücke Bridge, Bavaria, Germany. Although not known for its danger, it offers one of the most beautiful viewpoints of a legendary landmark. The Marienbrücke Bridge is located in the Bavarian Alps, spanning the Pellet Gorge and leading directly to Germany's famous Neuschwanstein Castle. Built in the 19th century, the bridge originally served to access the mountainous area before becoming a popular viewpoint. From the bridge, visitors can see the entire ancient castle standing out against the green forest and cliffs in the background. While not an extreme adventure structure, its precarious position over the gorge still creates a special feeling when standing amidst the vast landscape. Standing on the Marienbrücke on a cloudy day, you'll understand why this place has been the inspiration for countless photographs of Bavaria's fairy tale beauty. Puente de Ojuela Hanging Bridge, Mexico. In the arid landscape of Mexico, Puente de Ojuela stands as a relic of a time when people had to build roads through rocky mountains to search for precious resources. Located near the mining town of Ojula, this suspension bridge once connected the mines to the outside world during the peak of mining activity. The steel and wood structure spans a deep gorge, creating a long passageway through the desolate desert landscape. Today, walking across this old bridge, visitors can clearly feel the traces of a bygone mining era. The isolation of the site further enhances the sense of discovery, surrounded only by rocky mountains, open space, and the remnants of the past. Puente de Ojuela doesn't impress with its modernity, but rather with the feeling of stepping through a forgotten chapter of history in the vast Mexican landscape. Mount Longhu, Jiangxi. Mount Longhu is known for its red cliffs and tall peaks, shaped by erosion, some rising over 3,200 feet. Forests and rivers around the base keep the air cool and changing with the weather. Local legends say a Taoist once called a dragon from the river, and a white tiger appeared from the forest. Local people believe this was the moment when heaven and earth met, and they named the mountain Longhu. The mountain also holds hundreds of cliff tombs over 2,600 years old, carved into caves of different sizes. Archaeologists have excavated 39 coffins, with 16 complete skeletons, and more than 200 artifacts, including pottery, porcelain, fabrics, instruments, and bamboo items. These tombs date back to the early Warring States period and are important for the study of Chinese history and culture. Mount Songshan, Hainan. Mount Songshan is the most central of China's five sacred mountains, with its highest peak at 4,961 feet. It features tall, rocky peaks that form an impressive natural wall against the big sky. Dark green pine forests cover the slopes, along with steep cliffs, giving it a wild and peaceful feel. Songshan is home to the Shaolin Temple, built in 495 AD. This temple is famous as the birthplace of Chan Zen Buddhism. It also started physical training that developed into Shaolin Kung Fu. There's a legend that on moonlit nights, shadowy figures practicing martial arts can be seen among the clouds before fading into the mist. Have you ever dreamed of visiting the Shaolin Temple or seeing Mount Songshan in person? Drop a comment below and tell us, would you go for the Kung Fu history, the Zen vibes, or just the stunning views? Like and share if this spot is now on your bucket list. Tangyan Mountain, Hebei. Canyon Mountain stands out for its dramatic red cliffs and ancient temples integrated into the landscape. The mountain reaches about 3,281 feet at its highest peak, part of the Taihang Range. Fuqing Temple, built during the Sui dynasty over 1,400 years ago, is the core carrier of Canyon Mountain's history and culture. Its standout feature is the Bridge Tower Hall, a structure perched on a stone arch bridge spanning a deep gorge. This design creates the illusion of a floating temple. You can visitors access it via over 360 stone steps. It is said to have been built when Princess Nanyang, the daughter of Emperor Yang, became a nun here to practice Buddhism. Her story has been widely spread among the people, making Kangyan Mountain a sacred place for people to pray for blessings. From the cliff-perched temples of Hebei, the journey shifts eastward to Shanxi's engineering marvel. The Hanging Temple is maybe one of the most stunning natural backdrops you'll ever see. Built over 1,500 years ago during the Northern Wei Dynasty, it clings to a sheer cliff about 246 feet above the ground. Wooden beams inserted into the rock support the structure, with narrow corridors connecting over 40 halls. This design protected it from floods and provided seclusion. It represents a rare blend of three religions: Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. Statues inside depict figures from all three traditions in shared spaces. The temple's location in Hangshan Mountain offers views of the surrounding canyon. It remains one of China's best preserved ancient wooden structures. Mount Tai, Shandong. Mount Tai leads China's 5 sacred mountains, rising about 5,028 feet, covered in lush green trees and ancient stones. At sunrise, the clouds lift to show bright cliffs and forests glowing in golden light. On cloudy days, white clouds move slowly around the peaks, making the mountain look calm and dreamlike. For thousands of years, Mount Tai has been the sacred mountain where emperors held the ceremony of offering sacrifices to heaven and earth to pray and say thanks for peace and prosperity. "72 emperors are said to have performed mountain worship ceremonies on Mount Tai. Its cultural role earned UNESCO World Heritage status in 1987. Next, let's go to a magnificent natural wonder that preserves traces of volcanic activity from millions of years ago in Zhejiang Province. Mount Wuyi, Fujian. Mount Wuyi in Fujian Province earned UNESCO World Heritage status in 1999 for its outstanding natural and cultural features. It protects one of the largest intact subtropical forests in southeast China. The Nineben stream winds through dramatic gorges, offering scenic bamboo raft rides that reveal Dangxia landforms with steep red sandstone cliffs. Ancient cliff burials date back over 3,800 years, showing early Minoan culture. Legend says that long ago, Wukong came here to practice and had extraordinary magical powers. The area supports high biodiversity with many rare plants and animals. Today, conservation measures are applied to preserve the ecosystem and protect the pristine beauty of this place for future generations. Mount Jiuhua, Anhui. Mount Jiuhua is one of China's 4 sacred Buddhist mountains dedicated to Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva. Its highest peak is 4,403 feet tall, and it has 99 peaks that create a diverse landscape. The mountain has rugged rocks, steep cliffs, and ancient forests, giving it a peaceful and historic feel, with plenty of natural beauty. On misty mornings, the peaks often rise above the clouds. More than 90 temples are still active, some over 1,600 years old. A legend says a Korean monk meditated here for 75 years, and after he died, his body did not decay. Pilgrims come to see preserved monk bodies and walk the quiet forested paths. This mountain attracts people looking for calm reflection in a beautiful natural setting. Longmen Grottos, Henan. The Longmen Grottos contain over 2,300 caves carved into limestone cliffs along the Yi River. Caves hold thousands of inscriptions and reliefs, showing Tang Dynasty artistry. Work spanned from 493 AD, resulting in about 100,000 statues. Ancient stone statues, carved directly into the cliffs, turn the whole place into a giant open-air art museum. The largest, Vairocana Buddha, stands 57 feet tall in Fengshen Temple. Legend has it that the Vairocana Buddha is modeled after Wu Zetian, the revered and only female emperor in Chinese history, adding to its historical significance. The site ranks as a UNESCO World Heritage for its scale and detail in Buddhist rock art. Maijishan Grottos, Gansu. The Maijishan Grottos feature 194 caves carved into a steep sandstone cliff rising about 466 feet. The surrounding forest adds to the scenic setting. Construction began in the later Qin period around 1,400 years ago. Over 7,200 clay and stone statues fill the caves, with the tallest reaching 52 feet. Narrow walkways and stairs connect the grottos, allowing close views of the sculptures. This site stands out for its well-preserved clay figures, unlike many rock-carved grottos. It joined the UNESCO World Heritage List in 2014 as part of the Silk Roads Network. Yandang Mountains, Zhejiang. The Yandang Mountains formed from volcanic activity 120 million years ago. The ancient lava flows cooled into towering cliffs. The highest reaches about 3,470 feet. Surrounding the cliffs are ancient green forests and diverse vegetation, making the scenery lively and full of energy. Over 500 scenic spots include dramatic rock formations resembling figures, waterfall, caves, and temples dot the landscape. Locals believe that on full moon nights, strange sounds echo through the rocks like whispers of the mountain gods. Recognized as a UNESCO Global Geopark, it showcases ancient caldera features. Yungang Grottos, Shanxi. Yungang grottos are carved directly into golden sandstone mountains, stretching nearly 1 mile and fully connected to the natural landscape. There are 254 caves, 45 major grottos, and 209 secondary caves, which cover an area of more than 18,000 square meters. And house 1,100 niches and 5,100 statues. The Buddha statues rise up to 56 feet tall. Standing still beneath the open sky and sunlit cliffs at different times of the day. Work on these caves began in the 5th century AD under the Northern Wei dynasty. The rulers of that time supported the project, and the art shows influences from India and Central Asia. This site became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2001 because it represents some of the finest early Buddhist cave art in China. Mount Wutai, Shanxi. Mount Wutai ranks as one of China's 4 sacred Buddhist mountains and focuses on Manjusri. The Bodhisattva of Wisdom. Its north peak rises to 10,043 feet, the highest point in northern China. Five flat-top peaks give the mountain its name and create open, treeless terraces. Through harsh weather over time, this place has formed an impressive landscape, with dark green pine forests stretching across steep cliffs and deep valleys, creating a scene both majestic and wild. Over 53 monasteries exist here, with 41 preserved from earlier centuries. Careful conservation protects each pine forest, each patch of native plants, and preserves the sacred atmosphere that makes this place unique. Do you know where the tallest bronze statue of Shakyamuni Buddha in China is? Even taller than the giant Leshan Buddha in Sichuan? Matisi Cave Temple, Gansu. Matisi Cave Temple in Gansu Province features over 70 grottos carved into sandstone cliffs in the Chilean Mountains. Caves date back about 1,600 years to the Northern Liang period. The North Matisi section includes structures built into a cliff about 328 feet high. One pagoda-shaped temple has 7 levels with 21 caves connected by stairs and tunnels. Statues and murals blend Han and Tibetan Buddhist styles. The legend involves Long Ma, a mythical winged horse who descended from the heavens, leaving a distinct hoofprint that gave the temple its name. Narrow paths and ladders provide access, offering views of the surrounding valleys. Mount Lushan, Jiangxi. Lushan Mountain formed from ancient rocks shaped over millions of years, creating tall peaks. Its highest point is about 4,836 feet, and often covered in mist, giving it a calm, mysterious vibe. The scenery includes lush forests, steep cliffs, and wide valleys, forming an impressive yet peaceful landscape. Its beauty comes from aligned peaks and thick vegetation that keeps the air fresh. It was a popular summer spot and the Republic of China's summer capital in the 1930s and 1940s. The White Deer Cave Academy dates back over 1,000 years. Conservation efforts protect the natural ecosystem and wild beauty for the future. Zizhu Temple, Tibet. Zizu Temple in Dingqing County, Tibet, stands as one of the oldest and most important centers of the Bon religion, Tibet's indigenous spiritual tradition. It sits at an elevation of about 15,748 feet on Zizu Mountain. Buildings scatter across cliffs and terraces, forming a complex that appears integrated with the rugged landscape. The site dates back over 3,000 years in tradition, with structures renovated multiple times. It preserves ancient Bon rituals, scriptures, and ceremonial dances. Annual ceremonies include masked performances to ward off misfortune. Access involves steep paths in a remote high plateau setting. If this glimpse of ancient heights inspired you, smash that like button, subscribe for more hidden wonders, and turn on notifications. Join us on the next adventure. Mount Qingchang, Sichuan. Mount Qingchang is surrounded by many peaks and shaped like a city. It's known as the most peaceful and secluded mountain under heaven, thanks to its lush, evergreen scenery. It's a popular summer getaway for people in nearby Chengdu who come here to escape the heat. The average temperature on the mountain is only about 59 degrees Fahrenheit, so visitors should bring a jacket even in summer. Mount Qingcheng is one of the birthplaces of Taoism. The religion's founder, Zhang Daoling, established it here in the 2nd century AD. The mountain has many Taoist temples and historic sites that show the development of Taoism over time. These places draw visitors with their unique architecture and deep cultural history, offering a sense of calm and harmony between mind and nature. Bingling Temple, Gansu. Bingling Temple is a unique marvel set against red-orange sandstone cliffs that rise more than 100 feet. It includes 183 caves and niches carved into cliffs along the Yellow River. The carved area stretches 656 feet wide and rises up to 197 feet high. Construction started in 420 AD during the Western Qin period. The site contains 694 stone statues, 82 clay statues, and many murals. One large Maitreya Buddha from the Tang dynasty measures 89 feet tall. The artwork combines elements of Han, Chinese, and Tibetan Buddhist styles. Visitors reach the temple mainly by boat from the Liujiaxia Reservoir, which emphasizes its remote canyon location. Lingshan Grand Buddha, Jiangsu. The Lingshan Grand Buddha stands as a bronze statue completed in 1996 and is one of the most iconic landmarks in Wuxi. It reaches 289 feet tall, placed on a lotus pedestal that is about 30 feet high, making it one of the world's tallest outdoor bronze Buddhas. The figure weighs over 700 tons and depicts Shakyamuni Buddha. Builders used advanced techniques for wind resistance and corrosion protection. Embraced by three forested hills and gazing out over the lake, the Buddha wears a serene smile, believed to represent wisdom, compassion, and the guardianship of all living beings. It has since become a pilgrimage site for Buddhists and a must-see destination for travelers to Wuxi. Mount Huangshan, Anhui. Mount Huangshan features dramatic granite peaks and became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1990. The mountain was formed over millions of years of geological activity, the highest point reaching 6,115 feet. Ancient Huangshan pines grow in unusual shapes on the cliffs. A sea of clouds often forms below the peaks, creating island-like views. the distinctive shape of its natural rocks, forming unique structures that define this place. Its ethereal beauty attracted hermits, monks, and scholars, with many temples built over centuries. The unique landscape of granite peaks, gnarled pines, waterfalls, and clouds inspired classical Chinese landscape painting, shan shui, and poetry, becoming a national symbol. Longshan, Hunan. Langshan in Hunan province is known for its striking sandstone peaks that rise sharply above the valley floor. The area is part of China's Dangxia landform, recognized by UNESCO for its unique red cliffs and eroded formations. Visitors often note the Camel Peak and General Rock, which stand out for their unusual shapes. The site also preserves Buddhist relics, showing how religion blended with natural landscapes. Trails allow safe access to viewpoints, though the steep terrain requires caution. Its ecological diversity includes rare plants adapted to the rocky environment. Langshan represents both geological wonder and cultural heritage. Mazu Temple, Fujian. Mazu Temple on Meizhou Island in Fujian Province serves as the ancestral temple for the sea goddess Mazu, originating from her birthplace. Construction began in 987 during the Song dynasty as a small shrine. The complex expanded over centuries and now includes halls, gates, and towers in traditional style. A granite Mazu statue stands 47 feet tall overlooking the sea. It attracts millions of worshippers from coastal communities worldwide. The temple represents the starting point for Mazu belief, which spread across Asia. Festivals feature large processions and ceremonies honoring maritime protection,